Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Jay Will. So I'm sitting in my office and I wanted to shoot this intro right here because I'm holding, not on a tripod, you get a little wobble there, but I want to do this real fast. I wanted to shoot this intro because in this video I'm going to explain why I did not actually buy the BlackBerry Leap, and you'll see why in this video. But a lot of people have been asking me, am I buying the Leap? And yes, I was going to buy the Leap. I try to purchase all the devices that are coming to the market, what I feel is worthy for my hard-earned money. That I do get in, but I think the most important thing is that diehard BlackBerry fans probably will skip the Leap. We've been talking about it in our BBM group. If you haven't done so, go ahead and look above me. You should see a little scrolling, or you'll see the pin up there. Go to that group, and there's a private group that you could get into that we discuss. We talk regularly. Those guys know who they are. Shout out to Jay and Romeo and Clive, Kalir, Blackberry Hank, everybody that's in that group. There's some new people that were invited into the group. Don't know your names yet, but you were invited obviously from someone of the other members. They felt you were a true BlackBerry techie fan and you wanted to get in that group. But in this video, I'll discuss why I did not buy the BlackBerry Leap at this moment. I'm not writing off the Leap, but I saw some things that were coming, and the Leap, just to me, it sounded like a good deal at $275, but at this point, I don't think it's such a great deal at $275. And so in this video, I'll show you why I did not buy the Leap, and the people in the group already know why I didn't buy the Leap, but now you can find out why. Some of us have decided to skip or leap over the BlackBerry Leap. Alright, gonna turn off my shaky cam here and let's get to my famous intro. Alright. Alright guys, so there was a lot of question on whether or not I was going to get the BlackBerry Leap. And I do plan on getting the BlackBerry Leap. But right now, the BlackBerry Leap didn't seem as enticing as the BlackBerry Z30. And this is solely my opinion. You can disagree if you want to. Or you can say, hey Jay, you know, get the device first like you always say. Well, like I said, I plan on getting the Leap. But right now, the Z30 is way more enticing. And in my view on it, I'm going to tell you why. First off, jumping right in, the BlackBerry Leap is a tall, square device. The BlackBerry Z30 is a tall, round corner device, a rounded device. The patterns on the BlackBerry Z30 on the back here is much more appealing to me than the BlackBerry Leap. One technology, and I'm just jumping around here, one technology that I like about the BlackBerry Z30 is the Amoled Screen. The Leap just has a capacitive touchscreen, no AMOLED, so which means the colors are really dark. The blacks are black, you know, the colors are really pungy and vibrant, which is what you want. Well, which is what I want. So that is something that really stood out to me. Also, the design of the BlackBerry Leap wasn't more appealing than the BlackBerry Z30 to me. But most importantly, the main thing that made me buy the Z30 first before the Leap, this device came out almost 2 years ago and it's still very relevant. It runs like a champ. It's running I updated it to 10.3.1, which the Leap already runs. But the price, this was $220 opposed to the Leap's $275, and I got a strong feeling that we'll be able to get a discount on the Leap pretty quickly. I don't know how the sales numbers are on the Leap, but comparing this $220 price tag, now this device may have came out almost 2 years ago, but it is a phenomenal device. This is my first experience with the Leap, or excuse me, the Z30. And it is amazing. It feels fantastic in the hand. But the Leap, on the other hand, there's some things about the way that it looks. It looks sharp, but literally it's probably going to feel sharp because it's just a hair, a smidgen taller than this device. You won't be able to tell, but it has square corners. And this is already a big device as is. So what do you do with that? You know, you're going to have a big, long, square device. Well, Jay, you bought the Passport. You're right. The Passport is short and stubby, which feels great to me in the hand. And that's another reason. I wanted an all-touch BlackBerry, and I've been holding out on the Leap for that, and I held out on the Z30 as well because I got rid of my Z10. But once I got the Passport, man, after having that interview with Hank, I can see how Hank does things. He doesn't just use primarily the BlackBerry Passport all the time. He has several devices to choose from in his BlackBerry catalog, like I have several devices to choose from in my Android catalog. So even my iOS catalog, I have different devices to switch around to, but not in my BlackBerry field. And the Z30 was so appealing to me. The Z30 was so appealing with the price, the build quality. Now, even though I haven't felt the Leap in my hand, you can kind of look at that and tell it's the same device as the Z3. But some of the things that behind the Leap that really turned me off just a little bit for the $275 price tag. I'm not saying the Leap's a bad device because I don't have it yet. But when it comes to just sheer raw looking at the data, here's what made me choose my decision to go ahead and order a Z30 over the Leap right now. I have to stress that right now. And when I feel the price is right, you may think $275 is a great price for the Leap. But again, I'm a fan first, but I am a techie on the back end. So here's what kind of drew my decision to finalize, go ahead and picking up the Z30 first. First thing was they weigh the same, right? They weigh the same. The Super AMOLED capacitive display really turned me on. I love the dark colors, and I love the bright, pungy, the way the colors come across. I love it. They're both 5 inches. They both have the same resolution, so that wasn't an issue. But what was an issue is that they clocked down the processor to 1.5, and they also went from a 320 to a 305. Now, obviously, the Z30 is not the Leap isn't the upgrade to the Z30; it's the upgrade to the Z3. But we're not talking about the Z3. The Z3 didn't do well at all. And, you know, well, I shouldn't say it didn't do well. I just ignored it because it was a 3G device, and I was like, no way, not for that price either. But this device is the Adreno 320, and the Leap has a 305, and it's also 1.5 gigahertz opposed to this 1.7. Now, some of you might say, "Oh, Jay, you've been real technical." You're right, I am. I am being technical, because right now the official price on this device is actually $350, but with the special they have going on is $220, and that is a phenomenal deal to me. To me, I stress that. So the processing power behind it, they kind of downgraded it just a hair, especially in the graphics portion. Because I don't game, but when I do game or have to have something really intensive on the graphics, the 305 is a solid, well-proven GPU, but the Adreno 320 is a higher processing one. So it's, you know, that did it for me. That was one thing. On the cameras, they're the same, except the Leap doesn't have geotagging, it doesn't have HDR, which is important, and it doesn't have face detection. It doesn't have any one of those, which is kind of a surprise to me. I was kind of surprised that they took away some things. But again, this device is on sale right now. So if you can get it for $220, you should grab it if you were thinking about getting the Leap, or get the Leap. And tell me what you think about it. Shoot a video and send it to me. Tell me your thoughts on it. Or leave them in this video. But nonetheless, the next thing that I saw in here that was a real plus for me is this has dual speakers. Now, as much tech as I've done, I had no idea that there was a speaker up here and a speaker up here. I've watched plenty of videos on the Z30. Shout out to JC. But I just didn't even pay attention to the dual speakers on here. And the Leap doesn't have dual speakers. And when I tell you these speakers are loud, oh my gosh, they're loud. One thing that really made me lean more towards the Z30 for right now is it has dual band Wi-Fi. The Leap does not, which means, okay, now I have fast internet at my house, but the Leap itself only operates on 2.4 gigahertz, and I don't know how strong that antenna is going to be, but this antenna is fantastic. And I get the 5 gigahertz band on here. which is a big pet peeve of mine. If you don't know, I want to use my 5 gigahertz band because it is really, really, really fast compared to the 2.5. Also, the Leap doesn't have USB hosting. This does. Those are important to some people. For me, it is. The Leap doesn't have a gyroscope in here. This one does. You know? So, oh, and one thing that people still want is Adobe Flash. The Leap can't do it. This can. And this can do HTML5 just like the Leap. And something else that's important is the battery. The battery is only 80 millimeter amps bigger, but this battery is fantastic. So I'm always more than certain that the Leap will have good battery too. It has 2800 and this has 2880. But again, this is a proven and tested device, which is what I like. I don't mind buying a device that's almost 2 years old. I bought it brand new, obviously, but still, everyone who had this device prior to me said, man, that device has great battery. And they're right, it has fantastic battery. What drew me to this though really is the price tag, and when comparing it to the Leap, I just didn't feel like the Leap was worth my $275. And then the build quality on this device is beautiful. I really like it. I can't say that I don't like it. And I have the HDMI cable that goes right here as well. So that was exciting. I was like, wow, I got the HDMI cable that goes right there. I can hook it up to the TV. It's got all these, it's got 4 microphones on it. I mean, wow. I don't know if the Leap has 4 microphones. It might. You correct me in the comments if you need to. But nonetheless, this is a weighty device. And it weighs 170 grams. And you can feel it. But that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is you'll know that it's there. So the screen quality on here, I was just, man, when I first got my hands on this, I thought, wow, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful display. The Leap will come. I do plan on getting the Leap. But as of right now, I just couldn't pull myself to do it, man. Let me grab my case real quick that I bought. I actually bought the bumper case that goes with this as well. Hold on a second. Alright, so I got my bumper here. I bought the Anchor bumper that goes with this device. This is really nice. I think it gives the device just a little bit of grip where it needs it. And it goes on so easy. It doesn't add any bulk. This is really nice. It looks good. I like the fact that it's open in the back. It's nice. The Amzer, I'm sorry, not Anchor. Thinking about my charger. The Amzer bumper case. This is really, really nice. All ports are open. But it does cover, you know what I just noticed right now? It covers the microphones on here, the 2 on the side. Are these microphones, guys? I think they're microphones. But yeah, it covers those 2 holes. So hopefully those are not microphones, because then, you know, I'm going to have to not wear this case. Nonetheless, I want to bring in a device that costs 3 times this amount, but it's still powerful. You already know what it is. And it's 2. This has a bigger screen at 5.1. This is the Samsung Galaxy S6, obviously. The build quality on the Z30 this is almost a 2-year-old device, but the build quality on this Z30, now it doesn't match the Galaxy S6. I'm not going to tell you that the Z30 has better build quality, in my opinion, than the Galaxy S6. But when I tell you that BlackBerry did a fantastic job almost 2 years ago, I'm telling you the truth. Just look at the build quality next to the Galaxy S6. This is great. This is good build quality. This is good. Almost 2 years old, and this is still a sleek looking device. They got it right on the first go around with the Z30. Is that not nice? Now, yeah, the Galaxy S6 is way more powerful and it's Android. But what does that mean? Absolutely nothing. It means absolutely nothing. It just means that, let me bring in another 5-incher. Here's the Snap 2 by Huawei. And now this kind of gives you a sense of how big the Huawei Snap 2 kind of looks. This is a 5-inch screen. This is a 5-inch screen. But look at the build quality. The Huawei Snap 2 is obviously a budget device, but just to kind of give you a sense of some of the devices that are in that range. But the BlackBerry Leap, everything but the BlackBerry Leap is still on my radar. But for right now, for all of you Z30 fans out there, I didn't know how great this device was. Sometimes I will skip a device and I'll get to it when I want to get to it. Because there's no way that I wanted to pay when this first came out. What was it, ladies and gentlemen? What was it? $5.99. Then it went to $4.99 and stayed there for a while. Then they were sold out for a long time, and then it went to the $3.99 and then something like the $3.49 that it's at right now. But as of right now, the Z30, as the recording of this video, the Z30 is still $229. I got an email recently from BlackBerry saying, hey, you know, we're going to keep this sale going until like May 16th or something. But I can't stress enough how nice the BlackBerry Z30 is. It's a really nice device, and it's worth the $220 that you pay for it. The Leap also seems to be a great phone. But at this moment, I just have no intentions on picking it up. I personally felt like this is the better purchase if you were trying to decide. So that is why I did not buy the BlackBerry Leap at this moment. The Z30 stole the show. And it was mainly because of the price tag, comparing it, the build quality. This is a smooth device in the hand. And sometimes you might need to put a case on it, but I can't say that it's not a sleek device after all this time. This is a very nice device. Let's look at that build quality. And I often wonder why they had this different color chin. Oh, that's the chassis running through the middle. Beautiful. So there it is, folks. I just wanted to talk about the Leap. The Leap is probably going to be a fantastic device. But as of right now, I am waiting for the price to go down. And there were comments on the sneak peek that I put up days ago on why would you downgrade from the Passport. It's not that I'm downgrading from the Passport. I'm just picking up more devices. That's pretty much it. I have tons of devices, and I didn't get the Z30 2 years ago, almost how long it's been out, a year and a half or so. And now the price is right. I am on a budget, guys. It may not seem like it because you see me dishing out a lot of videos, but I'm on a serious budget. And $220 is definitely within my realm. One device that I do want to talk about just for a second in this video is the Alcatel One Touch 3 5.5. I have already ordered mine. I started a community already. Check the link in the description if you plan on buying it. If you're thinking about getting the 4.7 or the 5.5, hit the link in the description. Talk about it over there. Because I already started the community. There were actually no communities entitled Alcatel One Touch Idol 3, which is their newest device. So I actually started that up. And shout out to Jason. He's the head of, I think, marketing. Let me see. I forgot what he's the head of. He actually, someone from Alcatel USA actually joined on. I was kind of shocked. I was like, wow, okay. Yeah, come on board, man. He already has an Alcatel One Touch Idol 3, the 5.5, and he says it's just fantastic. And we all will get our chance to get our hands on it once we get ours. They're shipping in May. They're shipping in approximately a month or so. We'll have them in the next 30 days. That's the bad part about pre-orders. You got to wait. But if you ordered it, and you got one, head over to that community and let's get that community rolling. But for right now, the BlackBerry Leap is still on my radar. But right now, like BlackBerry Hank, my man, he uses a variety of different BlackBerries, and I felt it was time to get the Z30. I couldn't find the Z10. I was actually looking for another Z10. You know, I sold my Z10 when I upgraded to the Passport, where I kind of gave it away. But I got that urge for a touchscreen BlackBerry, so I can see why a person would switch in and out. Also, check the channel pin for our BlackBerry Fan Community. Shout out to all those guys over there in the community. You know who you are. I don't want to leave anybody out, so I'll just shout out the entire community that we have over there. The pin is probably up there or scrolling or flashing or something at this point wherever I'm adding it. But hit the BlackBerry community. It's now up to almost 300 people, I think, and that's growing really fast. So come join us over there and talk about your Leap if you have one, or your Z30, your Passport, whatever BlackBerry you're rocking, your Q10, your Z10, your Q5, whatever. You're still rocking the 99 series. That's cool. I like that too. But just come on over and join us. And even if you don't have a BlackBerry, you already know, you can just hit the link go to your app store, wherever you get your applications from for Android, iOS, and Windows Phone, and grab the BBM app. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Take care.
Alright guys, I appreciate you joining me in another video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this, and thumbs up. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.